I totally forgot to put the music on. Sorry, we were doing our pre-roll thing and just getting set up here. We are pretty much ready to go. Where'd my calendar just go? That's a little scary. Okay. All right. All right. So, what were we doing yesterday? We were doing level loading. Was the last thing we were doing. All right. Update the import script. All right, and then the next thing here. Wait, did my pre-roll thing not work? Oh, there it goes. The next thing here is load levels, right? Level cleanup. Double check. Oh, you know what we might look at? We might look at this weird CSS bug today too. It has nothing to do with game dev, but before I forget that's there, I want to fix that. In the last video, squares, camera polish, background, fix the gas. Oh, it's not in the published one, that's why. So let's look at low levels. Oh wait, fix and infinite jumping was the last one. Oh, so cleanup level. Oh, so we have a couple more to go. Level loading. You don't have to add the levels because you get that automatically, and we don't have to update the scene build list. But this is so easy in Unity using the active scene list, but that's okay. It's easy enough for us to go in here, create our own array. I turn on music for myself. Sorry, you guys can't listen. Because I was getting, my videos were getting flagged on YouTube. That's okay. So, how's this gonna work? Next level name. Then we're going to say next level equals load. Oh, that's what I wanted to look up. Godot string format. Format strings, a string format method, and string concatenation. Dictionary array. Oh, I see. That takes two arrays. That's fine. Thought there was another way to write this, but I guess not. Oh. And then right? And right now I'm doing this in main. This could technically be in a level file. But let's just get some code that works first. Oh, I see. Um, so what do I want to say here? So one thing I could do. Hmm. uh, how do I do this in my game? The signals and slots thing is always a little bit weird to me. In the game hierarchy for some reason. What did I do? I think what I did, my game, is yeah, oh, signal bus. Fair. And then my level manager does it. And how does my level manager work? Hmm. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense too. Hmm. I'm thinking. That's fine. I was thinking maybe there's a way to say from LETK automatically find the next level name or something. But that doesn't really help the problem I have now. The problem I have now is I need to identify this level node somehow. I think I create a global and do it like I was doing before. And then we just need to get a reference to this level node somehow. Another funny thing we could do is we could attach a script to level that registers itself with the level manager as the level container and do it like that. um, but I think it's better to just use a group. Global groups. Level container. Parent node for level nodes. Level container. Level parent. Level root. There we go. And then what I would do is we would go here, we would go to globals. Wrong project, sorry. And we would add a new one. We would call this level manager.gd. I don't think it has to extend node because it's a singleton. Oops. Oh, it does extend node. I don't know if it needs that though. We're not going to do that here. I'm going to see if this works. And this all is going to go in there. Obviously that can't happen. So we need a class that isn't a node. Fair. Oh, it can only be used on classes that inherit node. Maybe I do need it, but I don't know that I need on ready either. Level root. Yeah, we should probably extend node. Because I can do on ready. Mark the following property assigned when the node is ready. Values for these properties are not assigned immediately when the node is initialized. Instead are computed and stored right before node.ready. Oh. That's not what I want then. That's what I want. What I could do is func ready. No, that's not gonna work. I don't think I can use this at all. Oh, I can make this a computer property. And we can say get scene, get tree dot group, get nodes in group, level, var level roots, cert level roots is equal to 1. Should be a function call. be like that. Yeah, we're not done yet. Right. Since it's a computer property that creates more noise, we can put that towards the bottom. And then level dot add child. Cool. We can rename this to level root. Level root dot add child. Root node that contains all levels. That should work. And then instead of emitting a signal, since now this is a singleton, this can just call out to the, a little bit more tightly coupled, but whatever. Which means I don't need, no, I do need that. We'll manage that load next level. Alright, so then we gotta say load level load level load level, and then we'll give it the next number. Oh, so we actually have to do next level number. Current level plus 1. Now, yeah, if next level number greater than or equal to, what did I call this? Oh, levels is a constant. This is why we use types. Then let's come into here. Dude, I'm tired. What's up today? Yo, what's up, Judo Hippo? Why am I so sleepy today? Add another singleton, another global. I think I can just use it like that, right? Oops. Level manager, yeah. Oh, well, it did something. Just trying to remember how to do iOS junk. What iOS junk are you trying to remember how to do? Signing? Code signing? That's usually the thing I forget how to do. Level root count not met. Oh. Oh, because that makes sense. Needed to update some native catch app games with new privacy policy and user data control stuff. Is it like updating the legal mumbo jumbo on App Store Connect? So this is probably in the right group. It is, but we probably haven't loaded the scene because the default scene right now is level 1 and we need to change that. Main scene has to be main. That's why it's called main scene. And then my main scene, a main file, main.gd. We're gonna have to, where the heck is it? Oh, it didn't save any of my changes, or it did, and then it reverted the cache changes. Funk ready. Kind of GDPR versus COPPA versus regular privacy and all the legal crap about allowing users to delete all remote and local data. Oof. GDPR, what a pain in the tush. I mean, it's good stuff at the same time, but it's also like such a pain in the neck to actually work with it. Okay, so let's see on ready. What we're probably going to want to do is level manager dot load next level. Actually, and what we can do is start this off at -1. Poopy. Really? Yeah, that's exactly why that is a problem. Get nodes in group level roots. Oh. Oh, what the hecky? How did that get unchecked? Better than crashing, we have a black screen where slowly closing in on getting things working here. Level roots, right? Cool. There's an object in here. Great. Main level, perfect. That's the right one. Oh, I know why this isn't working because I forgot the res colon slash slash. Take that off. That's definitely not the reason why it's not working. Okay. Let's go set a breakpoint over here. Next level name. Oh. Oh, what? Why is it res colon slash res colon slash? What? Oh. Huh? Level. Oh. Oh. I tricked myself. Let's see. It shouldn't be too bad. Got 3 months to update 8 games. Gonna make it into a pod. Like a Cocoa pod? Yep. Okay. Cocoa pods are evil, man. I used to be very into Cocoa pods. Like the first time I saw them, I was like, "Oh, Cocoa pods." I was I was cuckoo for Cocoa pods. I don't know. Then every time I like tried to update my Cocoa pods, all chaos. I was like, I thought it was supposed to be easier to maintain my dependencies. So now I just manually do it. It's better than Carthage. I actually never tried Carthage. I wanted to because I was like, oh, that sounds cool. You know, building them from source, but it's like the same thing basically, right? I thought that was the difference anyways, or maybe Carthage just gives you the binary. I don't remember. I thought you built it. SPM's supposed to be pretty solid. SPM's also a pain in the ass. I have very I have a very bad outlook on like every single package manager that exists. I like the Debian package manager. It's a different type of thing, but the Debian package manager I'm okay with. That's like the only one that I'm like, nah, that one's okay. Debian packages are just great to work. I've never really had serious problems with Debian packages that weren't easily resolved. I like Go's. I haven't done any Go yet. The .NET one's supposed to be pretty good too. NuGet, I think it's called. I've never used it though. Uh, my brain. I don't have the energy right now. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I need some water. Yeah, let me try this. I never tried. Hold on. Wait a minute. I might be a genius. I might be a genius. I'm gonna move my microphone. Hold on a sec. How am I gonna move my microphone? Like this? Does that make any gosh darn sense? Try to put it in a place where, oh, look at that. It's like you can still hear me maybe, but actually, I don't know. It just sounds better when it's closer. Trying to get this thing close to my mouth. Oh, that's really down my throat. Trying to put this in a place where it doesn't block my view. Listen here, Automod. Wait, did Automod slap you? I hate Automod. It's like almost wrong. It's wrong almost all the time. Trying to get this mic in a spot where it doesn't block my vision for anything, and you can still hear me okay. Ideally, you wouldn't even really see it. Oh, it was right. uh, Cursing out some package managers or something. But mainly what I'm trying to do with this mic here is I'm trying to get this in a spot where I don't feel like I have to lean over into it, that I can just sit up straight. Because I think what's happening is psychologically I'm seeing the microphone and I'm like getting closer to the microphone and it's messing up my posture. Even though I've using this microphone for I don't know how many years, but recently in particular my shoulders have been starting to hurt. Yes. well, there you go. They call it dependency hell for a reason, right? Uh, but yeah, recently my new outlook is try to use as few packages as possible. Sometimes they do help. But I think the majority of stuff is kind of trash, you know? Like I've even used stuff like, "Oh, hey, this package has a really easy to use dialogue on iOS. Do I really need a CocoaPod for that? I could just make my own dialogue and like it might take me a few hours, but when that dependency inevitably breaks, it's probably going to take me a few days to fix it." So what's the deal here? We have this, it's in the right group, we're getting the node back. Is my path wrong? Well, that time it's wrong for sure. Oh, level name. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Current value. It took off the .scn part. Oh, what? Oh, Oh, I see what I did. I did two things that are very silly. Okay, I see what I did. I'm like, okay, that was very silly. Hi, I don't understand code, but I want to learn it. I'll try to read that in a way that doesn't sound very broken up. Hi, I don't understand code, but want to learn it. What's the best way to learn? Got it. Um, yeah, the best way to learn is to just do it. That sounds scary, but you know, that's the Nike slogan for a reason, right? It's a very empowering statement. I would say first ask yourself, what is it about writing code that you want to do? Like come up with a goal. And then like if that goal is like, oh, I want to make games, I think now actually is a probably better time than ever to start learning how to make games just because there's so much free software and there's so many free resources online to do it. Yeah, exactly what Judo's saying. Figure out what you want to make. Pick the most popular language for that kind of software and make it make a shitty simple app. Yes, that's basically it. Like come up with a goal so that way you can always work towards your goal. So if you want to make a mobile app, start trying to learn how to make mobile apps. If you want to make websites, start learning how to make websites and you know figure out like, oh, I want to make websites. Make your own website then. Okay, what's your website going to be about, right? Or what's your app going to be about? Or if it's games, what's your game going to be about? Or your desktop app, right? And then just work towards that. If you want advice on general languages, like programming languages to pick up, I'm not a huge fan of JavaScript, but it is a very useful language. I would say JavaScript or Python's a great way to just get to start learning programming, period. But if you want to do games, I would, for a beginner, if you want to do games, I would learn Godot, FJS. Yeah, that's a pretty good sentiment. If people don't love JavaScript, like, oh my God, JavaScript's amazing, then people hate it. There was a funny thing. Did you see the Primogen thing? Where is it? Primogen airplane updates. This was scary. This was actual scary. I'm not gonna be able to find it. No way. Plane update. Python is painful. Oh my gosh, I can't find it now. Magic if you have time. My goal is to make at least a very simple music library app. Seems simple. Okay, music library app. So, okay, one thing that you'll have to do, one thing you want to get good at, regardless of technology, right? That has nothing to do with technology. One thing you want to get good at is problem solving And so with problem solving, you're going to want to take your problem. Okay, I want to make a very simple music library app, and then ask yourself a bunch of questions. Well, what does that mean? What is a very simple music library app? What can it do? Why do you need it, right? Who is going to use it, right? Like you can go down kind of all the question words, like the who, what, where, what, when, why, and stuff like that. Break it down and you know, try to solve that and figure it out. It's very, might be boring, I don't know, for some people, because especially you're excited to jump right in and start making something, but planning things out, I think, is always a really good way to start anything. And then like getting good at problem solving in general, this will help you kind of work through that kind of mind frame of like, oh, how do I solve this issue that I have? You're going to have to do that a lot when it comes to actually writing code. Stuff's never going to work the first time you do it. Don't feel bad about it. And then wireless update. It's not going to show up, is it? But don't feel bad when stuff isn't working. It's just like, think of it as a challenge, right? So like, and another good question, like for your app, it'll almost never compile the first time. It's true. Or the second time, right? Like this was exactly what I'm doing right now. Stuff's not working. But I figured out, I realized why it's not working. And I still can't find this short that I was looking for. Primogen. Just give me one of his videos. Now he's not even showing up at all because I spelled his name wrong. Where is this thing? It's a short. We are living at this one. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna put the music on for this. Okay, listen to this.
Unlike hundreds of Boeing 747 jets still flown by airlines that use age-old 3.5-inch floppy disks for critical updates, the $400 million luxury 747 jet gifted by the generous Qatar royal family to the U.S. government updates its systems and navigation data wirelessly in minutes. I don't want that! I want an airplane to be a closed system. I want it to take off, I want it to fly, and I want it to never change. Okay? Why would you want system updates wirelessly? What
this
kind
is like,
of world are
I
we
share
living
this
in?
rage.
You realize that if they stuck with 3.5 floppy disk images, you can't exceed 1.44 megabytes, which means JavaScript is not allowed. By having wireless data transmitted, there will be JavaScript.
This conclusion also is very wild to me.
Running on our airplanes. We are living in a doomsday situation, people. Unlike hundreds of Boeing 7...
The conclusion that he came to also was like, that means no JavaScript. Dude took it to the next level right away. Dude took it to the next level right away. But yeah, for your music library app, think about like, okay, does that mean it's a mobile app? Does it run on your phone? Like, where is it gonna run? You know, cell phone, like iPhone, Android phone, desktop computer. Should it be a website? I share his rage about all of those things. Really, the JavaScript thing was just really like, really put the nail in the coffin. Like, okay. I mean, it is a very interesting thing, though. It means like your software can't be over a certain size. That's like a constraint that you have. Oh, let me. Oh no, this is fine. This is fine. Okay, so the reason why my stuff's not working here is I made this extremely flexible function because I was like, oh, flexibility's good, blah, blah, blah. And then I went and I called it directly, and then I completely ignored this array that I have up here, which has the entire name. So I have two choices. One is to use this, which I think is what I should do. That's why I created it in the first place, or the other is just not to. The hardware limiting updates is actually brilliant. I like that a lot. Exactly. No, I think that's great. Like, and that should be it, you know? Like, people are just like, you know, I can imagine what's going on in that meeting room when they're having this, and there's definitely like a handful of people and like, we should absolutely not do this. And then there's some business people in that meeting going, yeah, but people are complaining that we're not getting the updates fast enough, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, airplane, commercial airplane, any kind of airplane should not be like an agile thing. That should, I love agile, definitely not when people's lives are at stake, right? You don't want updates to be able to happen at the drop of a dime. You don't want the system to be able to get hacked wirelessly. You know, you don't want the airplane to plug into its power outlet. Like what, like someone, plugs into a USB on the plane and suddenly they can take control of the plane now, right? Like, I don't know, stupid stuff, right? You want that airplane to be as isolated as it possibly can be from the outside world, right? Not even being on the plane and being able to hack the plane. That's a problem. Like, come on, man, use your head. Okay, so what we're actually going to do here is we're not going to get Lex. Well, yes. And then we're going to say var next level equals levels subscript next level number. It's actually not next level number. It's actually next level index. Let's rename that. And then instead of doing this format string bob, we can do that next level here. We could really inline this if we wanted to. How is C# for Godot? I haven't touched it. I was going, like, I like C#. I'm not like one of those like C# naysayers. I actually liked it a lot when it first came out because I liked it more than Java at the time. Now I kind of like Java quite a bit after I've used it a lot. But I didn't really try too much. It seemed a bit weird. Like I did try it out. And it seemed a bit weird because it seemed like it mixes like Godot coding conventions with C# coding conventions. And I kind of didn't really see a point to it. I felt like if the GD script is like the first class citizen basically in the Godot realm, I might as well use that. My other thought on this though was like I didn't really use a lot of Unity back then. I tried to start learning Unity back then, but I didn't really get super into it. But Unity used to have JavaScript and C#, right? And then eventually they phased out JavaScript. Part of me also sees like, well, is that going to happen again? Are they going to eventually be like, well, you know what, having our own language sucks to maintain, so let's just use C#. I don't know. But, if that happens, then I'll just, learn how to do the C# stuff. It's not that difficult. my thing was, let me learn the engine the way it's kind of designed to be used. The way it was built, sort of. I think this should fix my problem. No, not even close. Vaccine is not a subclass of the expected argument class. Oh. No, that's good. That's good. That is good. So let me type this, number one. And we have to instantiate. Boom. My level manager's working. Oh, yeah, baby. Boom. Oh. Oh, that's not good. I think it just loaded a billion instances of my level in the level tree. Why did it not unload my level? Unload level? Is this not passing a check? Oh, current level. Oh, yeah, because we never assigned current level to anything. Whoops. That makes sense. So now what we want to do is... we want to assign current level to this and then add current level. Well, that almost worked. I'm guessing what happened here is my math is bad. Next level index, because the size of this should be 2. And we start at -1. Oh, I'm a silly man with a silly plan. So instead of using next level index, I should just be doing current level index. I told you my brain wasn't working today. This is like basic stuff. But my thoughts are it probably could be pretty good. It just seemed, there we go, now it's working. It just seemed like it was like more effort to put it in. And the other reason why I decided not to do it, oh, the other reason I decided not to do C sharp in Godot is because I wanted to learn how to do Godot. And I thought, oh, well, if I want to learn Godot, maybe I just have to save it again. And let's reload it, see if my, there we go. My exit was not in the right spot. Nice. Nice. That's basically the entire video course for my Godot, for my LDTK, LDTK thing. Okay, I think I'm okay with this code. But yeah, I wanted to learn Godot, right? And when I was looking online, I was like, okay, like just so I can learn the engine, as what's going to be faster for me to learn, C sharp, or not faster, but easier, right, to learn, in the sense that not that I have to learn C sharp, I already know C sharp, but how many people are using C sharp in Godot versus GD script, and how readily are like the resources available to me? Like, am I going to be able to find a lot of videos and websites talking about how to use C sharp in Godot, or is it going to be mostly GD script? And when I did a quick like search around, it seemed like most people are using GD script. So it's like, all right, let me just try this, and let me also just see if I even like the language. And I kind of do. It's a lot like Python, which is, you know, whatever. Again, you're either into Python or you're not. I use Python a lot just for like helper scripts and like small programs. I think it's great for. I think larger projects it becomes more difficult to work with. But I think it fits fairly well into the uh game engine ecosystem, right? Like the other way to think of it, right? Like we were saying, like the hardware restrictions should help you limit your software restriction, right? Like your that limit of the hardware should be okay. Those are your constraints, right? I look at it the same way. You know, if the language is Python and Python is really good at making very small programs, try not to make very large programs in Python. So I think even if the game is going to be somewhat big and complicated, I think if the programming language makes it harder to write, like manage larger code bases, that means that you should focus on writing as little code as possible. You know, in a sense. Yeah, that's fair. I've been doing C sharp for years and have a ton of libraries that I use already. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you have stuff that you like, right? What kind of libraries are you using? Are they geared for Unity specifically, or are they like general purpose libraries? I think this is okay. I'm just like rereading everything. Let's start putting some stuff in here. So in order for this to happen, okay, in order to load levels, we'll need to make a new level manager class and set up our project with a new main scene. Now, more general ones like JSON and HTTP and crap, that makes sense. Yeah, I used to on iOS especially, I used to be very scared for whatever reason of doing my own HTTP. And like I think within certain, what's the word I'm looking for? To a certain degree, like, maybe you shouldn't make your own OAuth client, right? That's a bit excessive. That maybe you could just get a library of something that works really well. And yeah, maybe some HTTP clients will have like good caching and stuff like that. So maybe that's not a terrible idea either. But for like basic HTTP stuff, just, why am I using a library for that? I'm not even leveraging most of the features of that library at the time. And of course, Objective C, when I was doing Objective C, and then Swift also changed a lot the way that those JSON libraries work on in UI kit and all that, and Swift language. Now you have like Codable, and so like Codable was one thing that made it so much easier. That's like, why are you even gonna have a third-party library to do your HTTP anymore? And now like pretty much every company I've ever been at has their own HTTP library that they wrote. So and then once I sat down and actually learned like URL session and what's the HTTP request, URL request, I forget, foundation URL request. Yeah, URL request, and these guys. Like once you learn how to use them, it's not terrible. Like I don't remember necessarily off the top of my head. Yeah, NSURL request on iOS. So sometimes I look it up, how to do that, and then you can make your own sessions and customize a session and stuff like that. But it's really not terrible. It's really fairly simple and straightforward to make an HTTP GET request or a POST request. But I don't know. Yeah, I haven't done any of that in C# yet. And I would imagine in C# it's a little bit more trouble. We did it in Java. In Java, I used the retrofit library a lot. That was cool. I wonder if that's still around. Retrofit Android. Yes, Android specifically, maybe. Oh yeah, Square Up. What's the name of the company? Square. But this is like super cool. Why is it super green? It looks like my screen's broken, but that's just the color of the website. Is that real? That is weird. I've never seen, like, this is the kind of color scheme I would have used making a website when I was like, I don't know, in high school or something. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. Green's a cool color. Yeah, in Golang, I use STD, but in C# we have a bunch of crap built on top of different libraries for work, authentication, and redirects. Yeah, stuff like that gets hairy, right? Authentication stuff that, like, kind of like I was saying with OAuth. One job I did actually, I had to do. Oh, ads are gonna start soon. But I'll say real quick, one job I actually had to write. We weren't allowed to use third-party libraries at all. Like we just straight up weren't allowed to. We had to get like special approval and write like a report on why we need it and all that. And I had to write an OAuth client. And I told them, I was like, look, I'll do it because you're paying me, but this is not like it's not my field of my area of expertise. It's not my area of expertise. I'm not gonna be really good at this. This is not gonna be like the most amazing OAuth client you've ever seen. It's probably gonna break a lot. I just want to be very honest with you. It's going to be like the most basic, bare bones, this thing barely works, and then, build on top of it if we need to, which is pretty much how any system should start. I'm going to do an ad break real quick for the Twitch people. Let's get up and stretch, and I'll be right back. I'll put the music on the breaks, I think is fine, because it just mutes that part of the video, I think. I'll be right back. I just realized this "Be Right Back" screen says Peck, and that probably doesn't make any sense to the YouTube folks, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, when I was working for Viacom, what does this say? When I was working for Viacom, we had limitations on third party libraries we were allowed to use. Yeah, that's basically it. I also, yeah, that with that one particular company, we weren't allowed to use third party libraries. Oh, did I tell you our studio filed for unionization? Oh, interesting. So, what does that mean to file for unionization? Also, sorry, I'm getting a little distracted here. So, hold on a sec. I'm trying to translate things here in my brain. Ah, Gagaskide. Joyu, Joyu. Ah, Joyu なってたかも。So, in Nova Scotia, we need to show the labor board we have a majority that wants to vote, and then we schedule one. We had the vote the other day. Now, just waiting for the company's legal to reply, and we have a meeting with them, the labor board and the lawyers near the end of the month. Sounds like a lot of uh, process. Let me know how that goes, though. I'm curious to hear about that. Yeah, it'll be in the news hopefully if we succeed. First Ubi studio in NA to do it. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Like making games was kind of my goal when I started out learning programming, and I just kind of never got around to it until recently. I'm really trying to, push it, right? So I can, say I at least tried to follow my dream a little bit. But when I hear about working in actual game studios, it sounds like a nightmare. I have no idea what the compensation's like. I've heard it's not super good, and I heard that the working conditions are also not super good. Then again, when are working conditions at like a software job really great? I don't know. There's always those people that you hear about who work at Microsoft and like, oh yeah, I just, I just go to the gym and then, you know, go out for lunch and then take a walk in the park and then hop on a meeting and then I'm done with work for the day. And I'm like, and they don't fire you? We're super lucky to be at our studio. Literally the best job I've ever had. That's actually pretty cool. Ubi. I think there's an Ubisoft by me too. I always get there's two companies I always get mixed up. It's Ubisoft and this other one, and the other one might be the one that's near me, and I don't remember what. Ubisoft is in Canada, right? Like Montreal or something. Some Monday sounds like it. It's definitely not Ubi then. Bungie, that's the one that's by me. I don't know why I mixed those two up. Bungie and Ubi. And what the heck does Ubi make? Like, what's popular? Did they do Assassin's Creed? I think so, right? Yeah. And what else is really popular from Ubisoft? Who did that game? There was this game I used to love called Oni. Who made this one? I thought it was one Bungie. Bungie West. That was a Bungie game. This game was so freaking cool, man. It was originally released for Microsoft Windows and Mac OS in 2001. This game was cool. I would like to see this game remade. There's actually a couple cool games that I would love to see remade. I thought the Gauntlet would have been a cool remake too, but apparently it was pretty crappy actually. Largely inspired by Ghost in the Shell and Akira, and shares the same genre. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Can you still get this game? Probably on Steam, right? Oni was so much fun, man. No. I could probably find it someplace and then like maybe throw it in an emulator or run it through Wine or something. Oh my gosh. Probably won't live up to my memory of it though. Ubi makes Far Cry and Rainbow Six. Okay. Did Ubi always make Rainbow Six? Like the very first Rainbow Six? Very first Rainbow Six was like what, 2000? Tom Clancy's Rainbow 1998. 1998 makes more sense. I think it was like N64. Well, actually, it was on PC before that, probably. But there was N64 and PlayStation, maybe. Rainbow Six was good. Oh, you know what else Ubi made that I used to like playing, actually? It was a Rainbow Six game. It was what Rainbow Six Ghost Recon. Not Rainbow Six, Tom Clancy Ghost Recon. But that was also Ubisoft. Ghost Recon, this game I loved. I don't know why. It just was really good. Of course, there's no pictures of it. Ghost Recon images. Ghost Recon game. I'm not gonna be able to find it, but that's okay. I worked on Rainbow Six Mobile for a few years. I still gotta check that out. Rainbow Six Mobile. That sounds pretty cool. Is it a free game? Hmm. Okay. Cool thing to have on your resume, though. Yeah, free to play. Yeah, see, I want to get into making my own free to play games and monetizing. So the other thing that, so my friends were saying, well, maybe I should get a job working at a studio to really learn how to do this stuff. The thing I'm scared about is, well, I guess I don't have to. I mean, I could still try to do it and find out. So the thing I'm scared about is like, oh, you sign like an NDA or NDA, non-compete, not an NDA, but a non-compete. NDA is whatever. You sign a non-compete, and then suddenly you can't make your own games anymore. Like what? This is what I want to do. You know? You in the states, yeah. Non-competes are BS. Yeah, non-competes are BS. I don't think I've ever been because like how do you not compete with another software company? Every software company is basically in the same business. It's like how do we steal people's information? How do we not how do we steal people's information? How do we coax people into giving us their information? As long as I don't use company hardware, I can do whatever I want. That's cool. Yeah, that's definitely a no-no. Using company hardware to build your own stuff, definitely a no-no. But the terms of the contract that I sign usually is like anything that you create while you're working here, even if it's outside of work on your own hardware, we own it if we find out. Okay. I guess I don't own anything. In Canada, that doesn't hold up. I don't know anybody that's ever gotten caught for it, but presumably if you came up with something and it did become like $1 million thing, you'd have to fight it somehow, I guess. I don't know anybody that's ever got hit by that though. But it's such a crock of shit. So like my stepdad said one time, I was like, so what do you do? Like, didn't you have to sign uh didn't you have to sign like a non compete at work, when he's in a complete different business, so he's like, oh yeah, I was supposed to sign that. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I told him no. I was like, I'm not signing that. And I didn't sign it. I was like, okay. Uh I remember I remember telling the recruiter after onboarding at one of the jobs I got, I was like, yeah, what happens if I don't sign this? And he was like, just sign it. That was literally his answer. And he literally said it just like that. He was like, just sign it. I've been really lucky with most of my jobs, not recruiters or BS like that. Yeah, like I always feel like anytime I have to sign those contracts, I always feel like I'm slightly being taken advantage of and signing away my rights. It's really what's happened. Like that's why like I really don't like contracts in general. I mean, sometimes there's good things, right? But okay, so Let's go here. I think what I want to do is commit my changes. And then let's work backwards from what we did here. Draft, Godot. I really need to put this on a separate branch. Add level manager. Personally, I blame capitalism. It is kind of, I mean, there's like, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword, right? There's good things and bad things. I don't want to be like, oh, communism, blah, 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 whatever. But, there's a reason why it makes a lot of money. But it's also very shady. It's also very, very shady. But if you're competitive and you're aggressive, you can really take off in that kind of environment, I think. So I'm a little bit, no, it's fine. I don't know if I like this implementation, but hey, it works. So let's break this into smaller pieces. What is this? Heading 2, heading 3. Make main scene. Make main scene. Make level manager. Right, so how do we make the main scene? We press Command N to make a new scene. Ooh. New scene. So we're just gonna redo what we did here basically. New scene. Select 2D scene. Press Command A. Add another node 2D. Oh. Press Enter. So like I have mixed feelings about, forgot how much I hate UIKit. UIKit's not so bad. What's going on in UIKit? In some ways, I actually prefer UIKit. I mean, I've got a lot more experience with it, but I guess I like it because the APIs are more stable. I feel like Swift UI breaks every single update, and then UIKit's just like, nah, they don't touch that anymore, so your code just works. So like, just press Enter to rename the root node to main. So this is what I do. As I'm writing the instructions, I do the same thing hundreds of times. Press Command A to add another node 2D. Press Command A. So one thing I was gonna say, to add a child node 2D. I was writing these notes in Vim before, and I wrote this neat little script that if I use a pipe and write something in pipes, it would just like replace it with the, I could probably do that in here too. Is there a regex replace? No. No. Basically, it would replace it with the keyboard macro. I mean, I could still run it on the script after the fact. Might be easier. It's just like easier to write it out instead of having to switch to like HTML in the middle. Way more keystrokes, way more annoying to write. Press Enter to rename the root node to rename the node to level. Press Enter, rename the node to level. To rename the load to level. Yeah, we'll run it over after. Level. Sorry, kids need me for a minute. I just like the whole API. Yeah, it's I don't know. If you have like I think if you have a technique for writing UI kit, it's not so bad. Like I came up with a way to just like write like a set of a bunch of different methods, and then like one method will create all the views, the other one will like loop through all the views and add them as sub views, and then another one will do all the constraints. And then some of the setup you can do to create the views is like you can do like the lazy initialize fields, and you can do it like initialize it with a closure. Right, so we have this selected in the groups panel. Right click. No, in the node panel. In the node panel. In the node panel. Let's indent that, and then we'll say in the node panel. Press plus to add a new node. Actually, that's a good point too. Maybe there's a way to add a shortcut key for the keyboard macro, and then my life will be easier. Editor. Let's look that up. Obsidian keyboard. Huh? HTML shortcut. It makes me almost want to work with React. Don't say that. I'll take UI kit over React any day. Oh, Control Shift E. By wrapping the keys with keyboard tag. Wait, really? Control Shift E? That's not a thing. That is definitely not a thing. Oh, by wrapping the keys. Okay, sorry. Obsidian hotkeys. Yeah, no, it was. I thought it was saying that's the button to press. It was using that string as an example. It was like, oh, if you write Command Shift E and you wrap it in a keyboard tag, it'll use a special format. Like, oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. Not what I was looking for. I'm trying to see if I can add my own custom. Oh, is there a hotkeys thing here that I completely missed? Oh, yeah, there is right here. Ah. That's probably not even a thing. Yeah, see, it's not even a thing. Add alias. What do you want to do? I just want to make it easier to type this keyboard tag and then put some text on the inside of it. That's what I want to do. What I had done is I had written a Python script or awk script. I don't remember how I did it. I think it was probably Python to use pipes, and then whatever I write inside pipes, it would just automatically do it. No macro support? I don't think so. That's a good idea too, though. Macros. Probably not. There might be a plugin though. Touch bar macros. Track and visualize your daily macros. That's interesting. And macro chart. Wait, what is macros chart? There's no pie chart. That's really cool. Has nothing to do with what I was looking for, but that's like foodie area. Okay, now everything's coming up with macronutrients. Commander. I don't think there's a command for it though, is why I'm having a hard time. Yeah. But what I did, I'm just running over my other script later. Because I don't want to be bothered typing all this stuff out. Press plus to add a new node. Press enter. Oh, wait, what? Oh, to add a new node group. Forgot what I was doing. Level roots already exist, but that's fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna delete this one. Also, I don't know why. I guess it's just. Oh, because I clicked on it. That's why it removed it. Let's delete it. Oh, it kept it in there as a scene group. That's funny. All right. Oh, before this, press Command S to save the scene under Scenes Main. In the node panel, press plus to add a new node group. Name it level root. Right, level root. Check global. Check global. Oh, it automatically added it? Wait, hold on. Is that real? Just by adding it, automatically adds it to that. Oh, that's cool. Check global. So with the level node still selected in the node panel, press plus to add a new node group. The node with the level node still selected in the node panel, press plus to add a new group. Name it level root. Check global. Press OK. The new group, the level node is now added to the new group. The new level root group. We'll use this to find. We use this group to find this node later and swap out the current level. I guess we want to save it after we're done with everything. Press Command S to save. Well, before we do that, in no in no oh in scene and scene, select main, select the main node, select the main node. Click the attach script button. Oh no, we do want to save first. Save it first. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. We have to save it a bunch of times. So I'll save it up here. Select the main node, click attach script button. Obsidian custom callouts. I think a callout. I think a callout is this. Like when you have a block quote, you want to say like error, something wrong. Oh no, the house is on fire. Looks like that. A blocky thing. Yeah. It's cool though. Really cool. I don't use Obsidian. Yeah, I started using it a couple years ago. I like it quite a bit. I mean, I've always been using Markdown, so it's great to just have a Markdown editor. Things I like about it is I can just see the Markdown while I'm writing it, which is really helpful because I want to capture information, but most of the time I spend reading it. So it's more helpful for me to be able to see the formatted text. And the other thing that I like about it a lot is I can drag and drop images on there or copy and paste images into the editor and it will move the file for me. I do most of my stuff in Markdown too. Yeah. Yeah, the copying and screenshots thing was like a big sell for me. And the other thing that's really cool, you can get an Excalidraw plugin. So here, I made this diagram here. It's like a self-hosted Excalidraw that runs inside Obsidian and it saves all the files locally and you can export all the files to ping, SVG. You can do light mode, you can do dark mode images. So this is like one of the big things too for me. I never really used to do a lot of charting, but my last couple of jobs, I did do a lot of charting, and it was really good. Like improve our documentation a lot. Oh, neat! I use Mermaid JS for my charting stuff. That's cool. Thinking of something in my head. I think you can use Mermaid in Obsidian. Oh, maybe it's not Mermaid. Charts in Obsidian. I don't think you needed a plugin for it though. There's another one that's popular. GitHub Markdown supports it. Yeah. Oh, so maybe it does then. I think it was Mermaid then. Obsidian Mermaid. Yeah, it was a Mermaid because this is what I did. This is exactly what it is. So I think if I go take this and just drop this in here. Oh no. Oh wait, why? Unrecognized text A to B. I don't think this white space at the end matters, right? Probably white space. That's what I thought too. I don't think that white space matters. Is it supposed to have semicolons? Kind of don't remember that. But yeah, I guess it does. TD is top down. Oh, maybe it's supposed to have spaces in between. I don't remember. I haven't done Mermaid in a long time. But I did try using Mermaid. You need to add a tab before each. Oh, that's what happened. It parsed the double dashes. There we go. It parsed the double dashes as an end dash. So when I pasted it, it put in the end dash instead. So you can do Mermaid JS. It's built into Obsidian, which is really cool. And I was doing that for a while, but I was getting a little bit frustrated with the way it was drawing some of my charts. So I tried that. There's also this canvas feature in Obsidian, which I use sometimes. So I'll show you a canvas I have here. Here we go. This is for one of my games. So canvas is cool, just like infinite canvas, and you can draw like different notes on it basically, and they can be text or you can drop images on. So I use this for brainstorming. So this is kind of cool too. I'm actually going to do some videos on note taking and how to do some of that stuff also. Oh, that's super neat. Yeah, this was really cool. And you can also color these as well. So I can go here and I can be like, hey, grab this and change the color. It's like not super flexible. It's a bit limited, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And you can also save this. You can export this as an image too. And these are all different markdown notes, right? So that's what's cool about this. But yeah. And then I got a couple different Kanban / project management plugins in here, which is good for just single person, right? I don't need like a Jira, I would like something like that, but that's not as complicated. So like just Kanban works great for me. This one's kind of cool because you can have multiple different boards, but this one just got discontinued, so I might stop using it. But anyways, it's a great way for me to just track what I'm doing. So let's see, make level manager. So we're gonna make the level manager. Wait, hold on, not yet. Add script button. Press Command S to save. Probably just bold the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, might as well. This is just like me being, this is those notes, like it doesn't really matter that these are super clean, but I might post these notes also. There's a reason why I'm cleaning them up. Trying to preview what it would look like if I styled them different. That's whatever. Press Command S to save. I'll make it more consistent later if I decide to post it. Because what I'm thinking about doing is underneath the videos, literally posting like the outline of the video. And that would be like a cool thing, I think, to do, to like have like an outline of the video underneath it, so people who don't want to rewatch the video, who've watched it before, can just read like the cliffs notes. Even though my videos are only like 2 minutes anyways. My videos are pretty short. I don't know if you've seen any of my videos on YouTube, Judo. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm basically writing the scripts to my videos. I'm writing the code for the project and planning it out. I do like Godot quite a bit though. I really do. I've been eyeing C1 for note taking. C1. Privacy first. See, I like self-hosted. Privacy first, self-hosted, fully open source personal knowledge management software written in TypeScript and Golang. Oh, okay. It's like Coda. It's like a personally hosted Coda. Is this a web browser, or this is like a hosted web app that this is in? I can't tell. It looks like it's a custom. I don't know actually. Both? Okay. Yeah, that's cool. I'm totally on board for that. Like Obsidian does have some licensing uh restrictions. Like technically you're supposed to pay for it. That's a cool picture. That's a really cool picture. Vanessa. That's so cool. You think that's hand painted? Or that's like AI? What do you think? That's a cool picture. There's a lot of One Piece. Sonic the Hedgehog. This is a stupid thing, but I love looking at people's pictures. I hope it's hand painted. Yeah, it looks pretty good, right? It looks pretty cool. I like the style of it and the colors. Very cool. Sorry, like I was like, why are these so big? And then like I started looking at them. Anyways, do I need to pay for it? Most features are free, even for commercial use. Member privilege is going to be only used after payment. Please refer to pricing. Oh, okay. So there is some pricing. Docker hosting, Unraid hosting. Wait, Unraid deployment? That's cool. But isn't that this? How is that different from Docker deployment? Unraid hosting. That's kind of cool. Architecture and ecosystem. Yeah, these guys went ham. Haven't needed it yet. Well, that's the thing. You don't need notes ever. they're just really nice to have and they're very helpful. So like my biggest thing is my notebook system right now is working great. But what do I want to do? What do I do when I want to share my notes with other people? I don't want to share all of my notes. I just want to share some of them. So for now, Obsidian's been good to me. If anything changes, I'll probably find something else and jump ship. Before that, I was using Jekyll. I was just writing my notes in a privately hosted Jekyll blog running on my own system. And that's what I would do. I would install Docker, like on my work computer, even. I would install Docker and then use Jekyll. Okay, make a level manager. So press Command S to save. Is there anything that we have to do after we save it? Oh. We'll come back to this script later. I just have a bare bones Git repo with Markdown. It sucks. I could imagine. I could imagine because like Markdown's really good for writing, but it's even better for reading. But in order to read Markdown, you really need to process it. Gmaku で yeah. Okay, so we'll come back to the script later. Then we have to make the level manager. So we'll say in file system, globals, create new scripts. In file system, globals, right click, add new script. Right click, add new script. Call it, name it, level underscore manager.gd. Is that how this works? See, by me doing this like 100,000 times, though, I'm probably getting really familiarized with where everything is in Godot and how to do things. It's insane. I could also diagram this, how this thing works, basically. Is this worth having a diagram for? I don't think so, but maybe I should explain things instead of just doing them. I absolutely love Excalidraw. I hated it for a really long time, but it really is growing on me. Godot level manager. So up here, we're going to have levels. Nope, no, that's not the right button. And then in levels, we're going to have And then we're gonna and that's when we can make dotted. It's a little bit more visual. So like I respect the mermaid charts decision because you don't have to think about where you place things. But sometimes I want full control over how to place things. I also kind of like this like cartoony motif. It's like very casual, professional looking. You know what I mean? Like it's both professional looking, it like it to a degree, but like super haphazard looking. I just love the style of it. Definitely looks better. Yeah, that was my thing. Like mermaid charts is like sometimes I get aggravated. I'm like, no, why did you put that node there? And I was like, okay, I'm too much of a control freak for this. Like I'm not really a control freak, but like I don't know, the chart thing was tricky. But I did try it for a while. I gave it a good go for like a few weeks, and I went back and forth between that and then trying to make it work with canvases using the canvas feature to make flow charts, and that doesn't really work that well because you couldn't really control where the arrows were going. But what I figured out, what I figured out by actually charting things manually is that like where you place something actually does matter. Like visually, the spatial relationships between different nodes and stuff like that in your graph actually does help your brain compartmentalize things and like draw the relationships between multiple different nodes. So that is actually something that I discovered by trying to make charts manually and practicing it a lot. Became more obvious. Oh, level manager, right? Array. It's an array of packed scenes or array of packed scene. No, array of strings, actually. And what we can do is put this up here. Array of strings. And then we have our scene tree, which we can also diagram. Main level. Scene tree. Now we can do like make that solid again. Oops. Actually like this. Main. It's got some cool shortcut keys too. Like command down will make an arrow down. And if you press it a bunch of times, it'll like do the hierarchy thing for you. And if you go to the right, it does the same thing, and to the left, which is kind of cool. But looks more like a child. I guess I could go like this. Main level. Yeah, this makes sense. Probably make that bigger. Are there shortcut keys for these sizes? Large, shift, zoomed. What does that mean? Don't know what that means. Okay, I guess. I'll also make this larger. Wave strings. We should center align this. Contains all level array of level name strings. Array of strings. All level names. All level file names in the game. And it's got some cool shortcuts. I can go here to S to get to change the stroke color and give it like a color like X. Make it green, or S. Make it blue. And we can do the same thing here. We can make this one a gray color. Shift 4 to get a darker tone, or Shift 3. And we can put the scene tree maybe in its own little box to compartmentalize it a little bit better. Pre-roll ads are on. I'm gonna run another ad thing here. Be right back. Get up and stretch time. My water bottle's low. Quick bio break, 3 minutes, and then we'll come back ad free on Twitch. Be right back, guys. I should make a new screen for when I'm streaming the game dev stuff, but that's okay. Be right back. Totally not branded for this YouTube channel, but that's okay. good stretch. Let's go back to work. Then we're gonna have current level. We go back down to medium. Current level is gonna point to actually this. Current level index. Current level index. A little bit smaller. Maybe same size actually, but move this on the next line. Current level index. Well, let's use the actual names. Current level index. We can also make these typewriter fonts if we want. Current level index, and then level root, which could actually also be private. No reason for this to be public either, really. It's just a convention though, but... And then we'll have... Oops. Level root. Maybe this should be here. Yeah. Let me just space these guys out better. Oh, I see. Current level index. Properties, fields. Right, so we got this, we got a little root, current level index, current level. Dynamically loaded level. Maybe make this one dashed dotted also. Or maybe I put this description under here, under the field. Level node. Right, and then this is the root node where level is instantiated. Now there's like some documentation with these things. I'm gonna space them out a bit more. Keeps track of the current level number, of the current references the dynamically loaded level node. Or I have to say references. It's gonna the dynamically loaded level node. Where the level is added to root node that the level is at root node that the level is added to. don't know if this is gonna work. We're gonna try to line these up like this. Kebab. And then space them evenly. Nice. Scene tree nodes. Or you can make it a little bit bigger. And make that a little bit bigger. And then go methods. I know, Excel. And now we've got load level, unload level. Do I need this? Maybe not. That's pretty dope. Add that to here. Or should I make these gray? Overwatch gaming. Wait, does this say Overwatch? Why is it not updating? How's it going, Edward? I don't know why my titles haven't been updating. Live. It does say live Overwatch. I'm gonna change that. Thank you for calling that to my attention. On 2D platformer. In Godot. How's your day going, Edward? Let's see. I do stream Overwatch, just not on this channel. Actually, that's what it should say. There we go. That means that my titles aren't updated. Actually, let me go back here. Update. trying some new software to stream to multiple platforms at the same time and still learning how to use it. Yeah, okay, that's right. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it's updated now. Thank you. Does it have a category? It should still be under the science and technology category though, even if the title was wrong. And it looks like Twitch says Overwatch, which should be software and game development, which I also changed earlier, and I guess it didn't update. Go to the Twitch channel. Oh no, okay, now it looks like it's right. Oh no. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Wait, does that make sense? Oh, because the refactored this. Cool. Oh, it looks so good though. Like the 2D stuff is just so easy to do in Godot. Makes me want to leave Unity completely. Also, it just looks really good because I didn't make the tiles. Either way, more enjoyable to watch than any Overwatch gameplay. Overwatch is stressful. Good luck with the project. Thank you, Edward. Thanks for coming in and at least telling me that I had the wrong title up on the video. Appreciate that. We'll be back later tonight on a different YouTube channel uh, playing Overwatch, though, if you're interested. Let me see what time that would be. That would be... Where's today? That would be 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. I am going to also start cooking lunch in about 15 minutes here. Okay, so I'm happy with this diagram. And then that's good enough for now. I'm a level manager. And Godot will have to make our own level manager. The way this will work is that we'll have an array containing strings of all the level scene file names. This will have an array containing all strings of level scene file names, an int to manage, an int to keep track of what level number is currently loaded, node 2D that we'll load levels into, that will add our loaded levels to. Probably should have explained this over here. strategy. Hmm. No, I think it makes sense where I have it now. Still, we'll have to make our own level manager. The way this will work is that we'll have an array containing strings of all levels, scene, file names, and integer to keep track of what level number is currently loaded, a node TD that will add our loaded levels to, and a reference to the currently loaded node, currently loaded level node. I think right over here is a good place to throw it. In And this is actually going to be number 2. In your code editor, before we do this, we should probably add it to the auto load. In project settings, globals. Product settings, globals. Project settings, globals. Click the folder icon. Click the folder button to click the folder button to click the folder button and find the new level manager script. Click the add button to add it as a singleton. Then in file system and file system, open the new level manager script. Okay. Oh, I'm getting tired, probably because I need to eat. Now the question is, how do I want to tell people to add this code? Const levels. Start adding the following fields. Start adding the following. That's not really a field, it's a constant. Is it a field? I don't know. I don't know how that works under the hood. Is a constant part of the class? I'm not 100% sure. All right, I am fading though. So I'm going to hop off. Let me just see real quick. I'm probably coming really close to, I don't know, pre-rolls are off for another 30 minutes. Normally, I would leave this rolling while I go cook and then come back. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop the stream because I think I need a nap also. And then I'll come back later. I need a quick nap and then lunch. And then I gotta hold on. And after lunch, I'm supposed to work more. Oh, I see. And then work out. Well, we'll see. In any case, I'll be back later. I need a break here. Oh, just Covino streaming. And Team Vash is streaming. Is she at her computer? Meegs. I have an ad, so I actually don't know. Yes, she is. Okay. So let's raid Meegs on Twitch. Hi, Yamu! もうすぐ配信終わるだけど。ごめんね。めっちゃ眠い。眠いし、なんかお腹もペコペコだから、なんか食べないと。昼休憩。でも、なんだろう。ディスコードでメッセージしてね。ディスコードでちょっと話そう。あと、おはよう。おはようかな。今起きたの？ Eat a lot? Eat a lot? Okay. たくさん食べるよ。寝てない。なるほどね。じゃあ、あと少しディスコードするよ。その前はちょっと昼にやらないと。今は AM、そうだね。4:30 AM。今はゲームを作るの動画を作る。わかる？YouTube で、すごいね。そう、YouTube で、なんか、ゲームを作る方法を教える動画始まった。YouTube で、スモールインディっていうのは、ゲーム作るの動画。そう、なんか、あとは、このウェブサイトもあるなんだ。今から全部英語で、英語だけど、英語ばかりだけど、でもなんかこの、なんかコースみたいな感じで、このレベル作れるソフトの方法と、なんかゲームでどうやってゲームになれるとか、このままでやってる。そういうので配信の OP とか作れたりするのかな？ OP って何？オープン、オープニング。だと思ったね。どういう意味オープニング？ 配信のオープニングとか作れた。ね。開始画面開始画面。待って。辞書。開始画面。ああ。そういう開始か。Start screen。ああ。どこ？開始画面ってどこだっけ？こっち、こっちならわかるかな。うん、スタートスクリーンわかる。まあ、それだと思ったんだけど、何の画面？あ、準備中。あ、これのそうそう。これは、だいぶ前に作ったの、画面。それは、開始だけじゃなくて、えっ、と、なんか、休憩するときに使おう。作りたいけど、やり方、わからなくて、俺は、あれはなんかダヴィンチ Resolve アプリで作った。ダヴィンチ Resolve はなんか動画動画作るソフトなんか、なんだろう、エディティングソフトウェア。編集するのソフト。だけど、エフェクトとかも作れる。フュージョンっていうのやつ、ダヴィンチ Resolve、フュージョン。多分日本語でも動画があるかもしれない。ちょっとややこしいだけど、でもいろんなこと作れるからいいと思う。ちょっと待ってね。ちょっと見ようか。
Hello, I'm Masake, a certified DaVinci Resolve trainer. On this channel, I, an ordinary office worker with... At the end of this video, because it includes 200...
なんで英語？
Unlike... Hello, I'm Masake, a certified DaVinci Resolve trainer. On this channel,
マチョ
I,
ス
an
ケ。
ordinary office worker with
マ
no
チョス
experience
ケ
at all.
マチョスケ何の名前だっけ？
のプラグイン M ビジュアルズテロップライブラリーがまずは改めて M ビジュアルズテロップライブラリーのコンセプトと基本的な使い方を紹介します。このテロップライブラリーはたくさんのテレビ風のテロップがセットになったダヴィンチリゾルブ用のプラグインです。ダヴィンチリゾルブにインストールするダヴィンチリゾルブでも使えます。2800いきます。これ
まあフュージョンの使い方が
こんにちは、前田和です。今回はダヴィンチリゾルブフュージョン完全攻略ということで、ノード難しそう、意味わからんと一度は感じたことがあるダヴィンチリゾルブに内蔵しているので、ワクワクする体験に変わります。具体的には次の4つの高揚感を得られます。1つ目、ノードベースの直感的な謎のバグに乗っかって学習するのもかなり楽しいです。
かなり楽しいです。Is that software free? Yeah. 無料で使える。無料じゃないバージョンもあるだけど、でも無料バージョンで使える。
以上がフュージョンを学習する際のマインドセットになります。 つまり、私はパソコンなどの機材を、マージに関しては、2つのメディア系のに、この押で、こちらを見
あ、これは使い
でこ
方を教え
の状態で
てあげる。くれ
フュージョンページに行きます。
くれてる。
今ですね、メディア
I'll try downloading it and see how it works.
まあ、
Yeah.
最終的に何か作ったら、
フュージョンの方が。あ、でも、配信の動画を、なんていう、なんだっけ、編集したいなら、このアプリでも使える。動画作れる。
つなげて、この画面に表示させるという形になります。
払ったら、パフォーマンス上がるだけど、結構高いね。でも無料で全部、機能とか、だいぶ全部使える。全部じゃなくても、なんかだいぶ全部使えるから、なんだろう。でも、払ったら、GPU を使えるようになるから、GPU 使ったらもっと早くできるって感じ。
ノードのところに持ってきます。先ほどのステップで解説したように、
I understand. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. It's a little bit
はメディア
better when you can use your GPU because it can use GPU acceleration. なんかゲームやるの、なんだろう。GPU の使い方、方法、できるようになるって感じかな。
もう一度このようにご飯を追加します。このメディア2ですね。
ご飯
この3つですね。この3つが1つのメディアというふうに考えたときに、例えば福神漬け加えたい場合はメディア5でまた持ってきて、このメディア5と
料理してんの
このカレーライス
It's convenient. カレーライス作ってんの。
かなり、簡単なシンプルなものになんですけど、これがですね、簡単ですけども、スキルがありますと。
でも、おすすめ。
質の高いデザインサイトを見て、4、
他の友達も、なんか日本人の友達は今使ってる。Bit by Emmy じゃなくてOh, that's why. Bit by Imane. No. I don't know. But anyways. Yeah, my friend in Japan uses it also. She's been using it for a while. She got pretty good at it, I think. Or she's paying somebody to do it. I don't know. なんか友達は他の人を払ってる可能性があるけど、でも多分自分でやってると思う。エミちゃん。とにかく、フュージョンのことを調べたら、なんか作れるようになると思う。その後は、普通のアニメーションとか、絵を描くの ?Do you draw? なんか絵を描いたりソフトもあるから、絵を描くのなら、無料でわかんないけどね。いろいろあるんだね。DaVinci Resolve は基本的、Resolve は基本的動画を作るのソフト。この動画とか作った。
In the last video, we added some LDTK entities to spawn our player and allow us to exit the
It's
next
me.
level. Let's begin the final touches. Clean up squares.
なんかこのアニ
If
メ
you
ーション
haven't
とか
already, delete the white
も
squares
作っ
we
た。
made as references for the exit and player spawn prefabs. Under prefabs,
字幕
open
もあるんだ。
exit. Drill down to the square and delete it with command delete. Repeat for player spawn.
Oops.
camera polish. Let's add some polish to our camera. Simple chase camera. Move the main camera to the clown nose prefab to make the camera chase the player. From the project pane, drag a clown nose prefab into the hierarchy. Drag the main camera into clown nose.
今やってるのはこれ。次の動画作ってる。今はプランニング中。スクリプトを書いたりとか、スクリプトじゃなくてなんか作る方法とか、もうそんな感じ。And you're good at start editing the following fields. Yeah. Oopsie daisy. Contains all levels. Base path to all LDTK generated level scenes. A list of all level scene file names. Current level. Currently loaded level node reference. It's convenient because if you add voice recognition subtitles, it will automatically translate what you say in English into Japanese. Oh. いいな。じゃあ待って。じゃあ日本語の字幕あるの？
In hierarchy, select clown nose. In inspector,
auto translate.
Apply all. In hierarchy, delete clown nose. Once the main camera is gone from the scene, the game panel will show a black background with a message. No cameras rendering. This is normal. Change the default camera background color. In project prefabs, double-click the clown nose prefab to open it. In hierarchy, select main camera. In inspector, under camera, set background to black. Fix tile gaps. You may have noticed some thin gap.
Oh, but the subtitles don't stay there.
Through the level. Let's fix that. Move level to 0, 0, 0. In hierarchy, select level _ 0. In inspector, under transform, change position.
You can choose the language.
0, 0. Add a pixel perfect camera to the main camera component. In project, open the clown nose prefab. In hierarchy,
Piero. Piero 翻訳した。
Press Command Shift A to add component. Select pixel perfect camera. Set assets pixels per unit to 112. An arbitrary number divisible by 8 that seems to get my camera just right. Set reference resolution to 1920 by 1080.
Wow. I didn't even know this was a thing. ありがとうよ。めっちゃ面白いじゃん。Interesting. Okay. じゃあ、俺はご飯食べないとね。ニャムは、よければ、DM で少し話そうね。Discord で。Okay. Have a good day. Thank you. Have a good night. And also a good day. I guess you're not sleeping tonight. So, okay. That's okay. じゃあ、あれ、行くよ。また後で配信するだけど、多分、日本の朝の、9時か。10時半、11時頃、ゲームの配信始まるかもしれない。Overwatch とか。So I'll see you later. じゃあ後で、また後でね。We were going to raid somebody. We were going to raid Vash. She's doing game dev stuff. 待って、ヤムは配信してないね。じゃあ、バッシュにする。バッシュ。Oh, I think she's writing Go? Oh no, C++. Why did I think that was Go? That means I need a nap. That's all that means. That means I need a nap really badly. Okay. So let's go here. Raid Vash. And then we'll stop our stream. Thank you everybody for watching. I don't know why I can't hear anything here. Oh, I had her muted.
Hey, Becky, welcome.